True that. We have LawLiet versus Neutron, as you can see. LawLiet just defeated in the winner bracket final by Focus. You see the bracket here again. This... Wait, didn't they play against each other already? Ah, no, they didn't. Neutron was defeated by Lucifer and made a long way through the lower bracket, defeating Guess in a Night of Mirror, defeating Foggy in a Night of Mirror, defeating Lucifer after being down 2-0. This could be Neutron's day. LawLiet, as we see, has defeated Sonic in a Night of Mirror and Foggy in a Night of Mirror. So both very, very good in these matchups. Here are your players. As Remo said before, Russia versus South Korea. Neutron coming back after a long time of inactivity, but being a little sponsored by Rustbrain. This certainly helped, and very cool addition to the Night Elf side of Europe next to Foggy and Sonic.
So, starting on a small map here on Amazonia. With Night of Mirror, it can always be a little bit of this first hero roulette. Keeper, Demon Hunter, Podem, all viable. The Podem nowadays is a little bit harder to make work, but the idea being that, yes, the Keeper is kind of looking the best out of all the heroes at the moment, but if you mana burn him consistently with a level 3 Demon Hunter, then you take his strength away from him, because of course his strength is not the right clicks or an aura or anything. No, it's the spells, and that depends and relies on mana. And sometimes Night Elves try to hard counter their Night Elf opponents with that Demon Hunter. Not here though, which would have been a decent map for it, I would say, with a good Ancient of War creep to start things off. Level 2 right away. Both players here doing it well, completing the 2 camps pretty quickly, not denying anything. We're going to take a look at the items here to drop. Not the greatest ring on the one side, the gloves and the cloak for LawLiet on the other side of the map.
Cloak as well for Neutron. White Mr. T was a nice nickname I just read in chat. LawLiet, by the way, a 2-time Rustbrain Cup champion, aiming for the 3rd one, of course, but he has to overcome the returning Russian and Focus, who is also a 2-time champion. So either we get a new champ, or one of the 2 Koreans claim medal for the most Rustbrain Cup wins. A lot on the line.
There was one super value detonate there from LawLiet. He had a Wisp ready at the creep camp. Of course, this is a super predictable creep route that your opponent's going to go for. It was on 4 Treants. Now Neutron doesn't have any Treants anymore, and now he has to fight for this creep camp, which was supposed to be his. Really nice opening, again with a detonate. Oh no, this time it's a Neutron actually. Had the Wisp here ready. He's also ready to deal with this. He really doesn't want to give up this Taskmaster, and now the cheeky LawLiet is coming in with a cloak. Oh, he's getting bashed though.
He's gonna get the earlier entangle, but who's gonna get the right click? The little one goes to Neutron. Tense situation. And the big one as well. The item to LawLiet, which was a circlet. There's an entangle soon, but he's not following up. So the Keeper gets away, or is he? Not wasting his mana here. Tier 2 techs on the way, 60% for LawLiet, a little far behind for Neutron, who is going Huntress Hall, double Engine of War. So, Huntress first. The question then is, Glaive Throwers, yay or nay?
If this was Hunter, I would say yes, absolutely. Dude, I played against Hunter on ladder. He even plays Glaives against Undead.
Why not?
Because
they kill everything.
No, it's not good. Please Hunter, not against Undead. But in the American qualifier, looked really good in the mirror, actually. So yeah, I think Glaive certainly a possibility. Especially against Hunts, extremely amazing. Can also be really good against archers, but there it depends on the positioning. If you can spread them, if you have a white arch, sometimes they're not that unbelievably powerful. Chaos Krieger here with a 10-month resub. Thank you. And I don't know if we mentioned you already, Mr. Deadman on Fire, with a 30 months. Maybe we mention you again. Thank you very much.
And thank you, Chaco, for the host as well. Great streamer from the Netherlands, now somewhere else in the world, I don't know. But yeah, hi to Chaco on Twitch for more Warcraft content. Alchemist second for LawLiet is quite a bit earlier than it is for Neutron, and he's waiting with the Keeper in the shadows.
Nice. I love when players are able to make actually use of this usually useless item, the Cloak of Shadows. Is he realizing that he's getting body blocked here? It's hard to tell most of the time. Oh, but now he gets the first entangle. That's going to be an easy first kill. Acid bomb onto the archer, not onto the huntress. He knows he can spread the damage anyways. There's another entangle ready. Oh, man. LawLiet is starting to run away with this early game. Neytpoh needs to find some counter kills here quickly.
He's going for the archers with his own alchemist with acid bomb. Scout being used on this one tree here. Huntress gets away at least. Oh no, was killed by the acid bomb, but yeah,
oh
he is getting the kills.
Everywhere. Jesus Christ.
Oh wow, quad kill or quadruple kill. But will the alchemist stay alive? Double entangle, poison ivy combo. Is this a forced TP? He's certainly trying to, going for the block, fails a little with it. Entangle again on the alchemist. Could be a town portal on that side, but he's not giving it over. Acid bomb again. This alchemist dies and town portal out. How is the trade here? TP.
Pretty even, I think.
TP versus first level hero. Oh, Neutron is lagging out. No, he's not. Phew. He constantly has those issues with his connection, unfortunately. That was so important to get the archers there.
So LawLiet is going back to the Mountain Giants.
And we get the answer to the glaive thrower question. It's a yes. Vorpal blades and glaive throwers. It's really interesting how different the regions are approaching Night of Mirror. You see no mountain giants in Europe. Doesn't matter. Maybe Foggy plays them, but he's the only one. But on the other side, you see no glaive throwers in Asia.
I agree. On Netties, it's all about MGs and Dryads as well. Whereas here, a lot more glaives. Not here yet though. Nice creepjack coming in. It's gonna prevent this camp from being taken. The Ancient of War is gonna fall with only the keeper here. Cool of Neutron to realize that he can still assert pressure because of, well, everything dying in the later stages of the early game. We had like a total of maybe 10 hunts and archers. None of them are alive anymore. They literally all died.
So we get into a mirror of mountain giants versus glaive throwers. And glaive throwers might be the best thing to kill them. Makes no sense on paper. Siege damage versus medium armor is reduced. But they do so much damage that it doesn't really matter. Especially if acid bomb is on there.
Yeah, against mountain giants, of course, with their flat damage block. They block 12 damage from all sources. However, cannot be reduced beyond below 3. It's good to have high base damage instead of high attack speed. And that's exactly what glaive throwers have, 52 to 86 already, with more upgrades coming, I would imagine, soon at least. But I've seen mountain giants kind of own glaive throwers in the past as well. You just put one mountain giant on one glaive thrower, and you have like 3 MGs. And then, you know, they don't do much damage, but they don't need much damage to take out glaives. But of course, you need to be in position. You can't sleep on them. If there's 4 glaives outside your base for just a couple of seconds, all your moonwells are gone.
Would love to see a Zeppelin by Neutron, to be honest. Yeah. There isn't much anti-air except the 2 heroes. So a Zeppelin could really help in keeping these glaive throwers alive. Or whatever they are. They're not really alive, but intact, I guess. Hardened skin done, resistant skin coming.
So, how many MGs is this going to be in the end? It's going to be like 4, right?
Yeah, I think 4 is the magic mark for some reason.
But again, you have to be careful with these moonwells. A couple of shots, and I think they 2-shot these. And all of the glaives are firing. Yep. Oh my god, so much damage.
And LawLiet is supply stuck. Here are the mountain giants though, using taunt soon, I guess. There we go. At least the first one.
We have a Zeppelin here, right? Like, this would be so much more scary with the Zeppelin.
He has to run away from the treants. There's no way. Is the Zeppelin coming? Nope, not really. Doesn't realize it. Entangle again for the alchemist. Oh, he's running into the treants now and into the mountain giants. This will hurt a lot. Is there a staff? Oh, no, there's not. Only a TP. Swaps it here. And gets it in the end without losing a
keeper.
Single. Glaive Thrower. And Heal Wave was there, or Heal Spray was there. To save the Keeper.
So nobody actually lost anything, surprisingly.
2 upgrades for the Mountain Giants, and I heard there's a thing about not Mountain Giants, Glaive Throwers, and I heard there's a thing about upgrades in Glaive Throwers, Remo.
Ah, that's absolutely true. You must have gotten that from a very smart source. It's true. Upgrades usually scale with 10 to 11% on pretty much every unit. There's a few exceptions. Frostworms and Windriders get less than those 10%. And the only thing that gets more than 10% is the Glaive Throwers, who benefit a hell of a lot, as you can see right here, up to 100 max damage. They have more than 75 average damage here. When they hit their targets, the DPS is insane.
Yeah. Is it confirmed now that you can dodge the projectiles of Glaive Throwers, as Grobby suggested?
I don't know. It certainly looks like it's doing more damage than it should, but I'm not 100% on that.
Leaves the item on the ground.
Excuse me, subbing as well for the first time. Welcome. What were you saying, my sweetness?
He left the item on the ground at the natural. The went of mana stealing.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Why you do this?
Not fully focused, maybe. Lionhorn of Stormwind for LawLiet, which is good against the Acid Bomb. So fast is creeping for Neutron now. Gonna be level 4, 3 in a bit. But there's a fight before. 46 supply against 50.
Glaives here defensively should be pretty damn good. Not using them to attack right now, just retreating further and further. He brought the Wisp against the Detonate from his opponent's Keeper, I like that. Burning a bit of his own mana as well, but that's certainly worth it. The treants he summoned couldn't get out for a moment. But the Glaive Throwers resolve all issues. There was a transition here from Neutron. He went tier 3 and Ancients of Lore and Bears. That's a long tech tree, but he had the time. And I feel like that's a trap, going Bears against MGs. Because until you have like 6 of them, they still don't really take out MGs fast at all.
It kind of depends how much damage you have, I think. Acid Bomb is of course great against them, as Acid Bomb is great against basically everything. But Mountain Giants don't really clobber them down too much. If you have Dryads, yeah, it works great because of the poison and yeah, the slow and the poison. But he doesn't have Dryads at all. So I see... Oh, nice shoot. I see this transition, or I think this transition is really good for Neutron right now. There's a Zeppelin, by the way, for LawLiet.
If he has the time to get into mass Bears, I can see that. But at the moment, they're not really doing anything. If it came to a fight... Like 2 Bears taking out a Mountain Giant, dude, my grass grows more quickly.
You're growing grass?
I got a backyard, don't you remember? Or, well, it's not really mine. I'm sharing it with a couple of 100 people here living, but in theory. You forgot, what's the 4 Mountain Giants doing down here, by the way?
Waiting for the Zeppelin.
Oh, yeah. And it is decent damage here, but it's not enough for the kill.
Now he has to run, run, run.
He really has to get his own Zeppelin, for God's sake. Neutron, please. Oh, it's not doing it. He's going for the red camp here. Nice creeping with the Wands of Illusion.
How does he want to prevent the damage
you know
to the
why
base?
he went Bears? He went Bears for Roar. Look at the damage, dude.
Whoa.
It's like 100 average damage almost. Has a TP home though. The Tree of Eternity is in trouble. And there... How does he have Roar on the MGs? Did he have a Scroll of the Beast? I guess he did. It's pretty good damage. It's really good damage.
Oh, where's the repair?
Used to call it bear drops, but it can also be MG drops.
He's not allowed to lose this. He has to uproot to be able to repair and get less damage here from the Mountain Giants. Can he kill them before? He's using Entangle. He's using Heal Spray against the Entangle, though. Not too much repair anymore for Neutron. He might lose the game right here. 100 HP remaining, and the Mountain Giants still clobber this down. TP out without too many losses. Not even a single MG, right? Or,
all right.
Was it?
Time to move across the map and all in. Let's go.
Yeah. Everything is hurt. He can't heal them up. He lost so much health.
A lot of moon juice, though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He uses one moon. Wow. One moon from one mountain giant.
Yeah, they have tons of HP, but they don't have mana, so.
True. Wow. I didn't think that this would be possible to heal them up again. Yeah, there's only one direction now. And that's into the upper right.
Isn't that your favorite band?
You know my favorite band are the Donuts.
And Nickelback.
And Nickelback.
They make pretty good music. Okay. This is all gonna work. Gonna be hard to do. 5 MGs, that's a lot of HP to cut through.
And 5 armor. But yeah, raw on the glaives. Will this help? Level 3 alchemist, level 4 keeper on both sides. Fight is all over the place.
There's one Ancient of War actually distracting in the back, so the glaives couldn't do too much damage to begin with. Towards the real front line here of LawLiet. He's looting the Shredder quickly, but that's okay, dude. The problem is the Mountain Giants. Or is it perhaps going to be about the hero? The Alchemist is dropping low for LawLiet, but there's a Zeppelin. Why does Neutron not have a Zeppelin? Wouldn't that be a million times better? Like everything that he has? Amped up so much by this?
Yeah, he's losing a lot here. All the glaive throwers. GG! Level 5, and that base race or base drop once again wins LawLiet a map on Amazonia. How much does he love the Zeppelin on this map for years? And people still don't know about it. I mean, for Neutron, he's just coming back, so maybe he really didn't, but that's a signature LawLiet win right there.
Yeah.
Siege units, Zeppelin, drop onto the tree, kill the tree, defend. GG.
And he really should have seen that coming, like...
Yeah.
He saw the MGs loading up into the Zeppelin, flying towards his main, you know. But he had very little anti-air. I feel like the Keeper and the Alchemist also didn't do the necessary right clicks against that Zeppelin. Pretty crazy, though, that you can just drop there with 4 MGs, and then you can't kill them, and they just kill your tree. But cool of him to realize as well that with that Scroll of the Beast, he can do that. Without the scroll, this would have never been possible.
Yeah.
Why didn't he detonate against that? That was the big mistake, right? Should have detonated against it right away.
Yeah, there is room for improvement for Neutron, for sure. On Twisted Meadows, maybe. That is the next map here. It's 1-0 for the Korean. It could be an all-Korean final, as it oftentimes was and is the case. In Rust Brain Cup 3, we had Focus versus Remind. In Rust Brain Cup 4, we had Check versus LawLiet. When was it? In Rust Brain Cup 7, we had LawLiet versus Focus, and this could be the rematch here in Rust Brain Cup 8, if LawLiet wins 2 more maps.
And Twisted Meadows is gonna be our next map. This is gonna be like one of those. I could certainly see a glaive thrower mirror, you know, with Zeppelins shooting holes into the forest and stuff.
Absolutely.
Good old Moon versus who was it again?
Check. WC3L Finals. 2009?
Unbelievable how you can remember that stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm saving my brain, not drinking, not doing anything else, so...
Right. Living healthy, working out every day.
Eating healthy all the time.
How many kebabs have you had the last week?
I think 0.
0? What have you been eating?
Lots and lots of pizza.
Like a delivery guy pizza or like
what's it called?
Frozen pizza.
Oven pizza.
Yum yum. That's so yummy.
Dude, the Backfrische is seriously a great pizza.
The Backfrische.
The Backfrische.
Is that the thing with wait, it's not pre-cooked? I guess the name would suggest this, right?
That's the Ofenfrische that you think of, but
okay.
The Backfrische is one tier above the Ofenfrische. So, yeah. If you have a craving for
let me guess.
pizza.
Lots of pineapple.
Salami and pineapple, yeah. Not on the same pizza though. And mozzarella and tomato. I like that as well.
All right then. Healthy living, guys.
You know,
you see? If you want to make it into esports industry, just eat like Neo, pizza every day.
Dude, I haven't been sick for 4 years and people like come up, you need to eat healthier and stuff, blah blah. Fuck it. Keep on smoking, keep on eating shitty, keep on drinking, and I'm healthiest dude in the world.
Interesting opening here by Neutron, going for the hunts right away, despite spawning next to the Merc camp. Usually you want to creep that up early, you want to have the Ancient of War up early to get the Mercs, to get the level 2 right away, and the 2 items. That's exactly what LawLiet is doing.
Forces are under attack.
Has to repair this with a lot though. 3 Wisps repair required for this. That is super expensive. So now with Neutron's Keeper moving across the map, how much can he really get done? He of course scouted where his opponent was, but takes a while to get over there. He's not going to be able to take out the Rock Golem, and the important thing is the Shadow Priest went towards LawLiet. So with that in his hands, how much can this Russian Keeper really do here?
He is pretty aggressive right from the start. One of mana stealing being used immediately. So not even too much entangle here. Or did he go for treants? No. With that harass, you have to go for entangle, but he dispels this. There's no moon juice at the... Okay, there is moon juice. He could save this one, and does. Level up for the Keeper of LawLiet. So Neutron is already a level behind.
At least he's going to get the Shadow Priest, but that pretty much required his entire mana pool. Not exactly what we call worth it, considering especially that LawLiet is now already level 2. Again, pretty crappy items. I guess the wand helped him out a little bit here, but other stuff would have been better. Tech-wise, Neutron just starting his tier 2. LawLiet is going to be able to do that in a moment as well. So yes, this was more expensive for him to keep this Ancient of War alive with all that repair, costing a lot of lumber. But in the end, he's not even too far behind. Starting it right now.
Huntress versus Archers, as it seems, as LawLiet is taking a little... oh no, it's actually later, despite not going Huntress. Due to the creeping, due to the repair, due to the mercenaries.
And LawLiet still occupying the Merc camp here. Neutron was looking towards stealing some Mercs, but not gonna be allowed. And he's gonna have another Shadow Priest here in a moment if he wants to. Can purchase it right now. LawLiet can and he will. And that makes him so much stronger out on the map right now. Having the Mercs, having the Dispel, having the level 2. Yeah, there's Huntresses on the field for Neutron, but only one at the moment. That one can't attack. Neutron's having a bit of a rough early game here. Dispel, boom. Berserker safe as well. Or can he perhaps run it down? Oh, nice blocks coming out as well, keeping the Huntress away. Should be safe to make it home. LawLiet is in full control of this game.
Yeah, I agree. No mana for another entangle. So he saves both of the mercenaries. But can he overwhelm him this time with double Engine of War before he gets the Mountain Giants? That must be Neutron's goal, right? There is no Huntress Hall for LawLiet though. Ah, there it is. Sorry, didn't see it. So yeah, there's one way. Dryads, Mountain Giants for LawLiet.
Players' forces are under attack.
How bad would hunts be against MGs?
Like mass hunts?
Yeah. On paper it should be okay, right? Damage type wise.
Well,
issue is though they still don't have the highest base damage.
No, I think the issue is that behind the Mountain Giants there's Dryads.
Yeah.
And they rip them.
Also when the MGs pick up the sticks. Not that great.
Yep.
Probably not a good idea. Is that what LawLiet's going for? Again, I'm expecting the MG, certainly.
Players' forces are under attack.
Is Neutron gonna cave? Gonna move away from his meta? Adopt the Asia meta on the fly? Usually not something you want to do. Play something that's unpracticed to you. But now level 3 is reached for the Keeper, and just continuing to creep. Is he setting up an ambush here behind the tree line? Not really. Good scout from the Wisp here, coming out from Neutron. He is playing Keeper Soul? No. Okay, he has the Alchemist second here.
Only level 2 Keeper though. Moonglaive upgrade is done, by the way. The glaives bounce one more time on the Huntress, increasing their damage. Not really by 33%, but 25, I guess.
Players' forces are under attack.
And more. AoE is always good. But he needs level 3 Keeper. That's certainly a downside of his early harass. He got a big mana potion though. That's nice. No tier 3 tag, just more moon worlds. Flute of Accuracy. Even more damage.
He's gonna change his plans. He still goes tier 3. One lord tier 3. Looks a little greedy, but he's got a big army. He's got a strong hero, and there is a second lore coming up after. And just creep fest here on 2 sides.
Player's forces are under attack.
So he has level 3 too now. LawLiet is going for the big red spot already. Spell shield.
Oh.
Against Entangle, it's the best thing to have.
Got a long cooldown, but you have to consider, like, if that triggers twice, kind of saves you 2 invuls, perhaps. I like that item a lot.
As long as you have it yourself, hell yeah. If you're playing against it, eh. We do have 5 Hunters now, 2 Treants, and 2 Shadow Priests. And the lore isn't up yet, the second one. Can he somehow get this? Doesn't seem like it.
A player's forces
LawLiet
are
continues to
under
creep. Now portals. At least he got the town portal off of him. No tier 3.
Alright, we're gonna be forced into an engagement here. And going for the archers right away. Oh, these hunters, of course, when they connect with the archers, do pretty good damage, but same goes the other way as well. The focus fire with the acid bomb can take out those hunts pretty quickly as well. I'm surprised that there's no wisp coming in here for detonate. Should be pretty damn helpful. Here they finally come from LawLiet. That was pretty late though, to be honest. Double detonate kills them off right away, those treants. Boom, boom. And the first set are gone. But this was a pretty good start of the engagement for Neutron, but I think now he has to get the hell out of dodge.
Yep, I agree. Little supply lead, but the thing is, LawLiet is on the way to tier 3, or is already tier 3, and then Mountain Giants will be a thing. And his levels are superior as well, 4 and 2 against 3 and 2. What do you think about the Alchemist specs here? We have Acid Bomb on both sides, but Neutron going for Chemical Rage and LawLiet for Heal Spray.
Especially for MGs, I think Heal Spray is much better. Just give those tanky boys even more healing. With damage mitigation, healing always becomes even more premium. But, that being said, okay, here come the MGs. It took him a while for him to start making them. He went into more Dryads here this time around. But here the Mountain Giants finally do come. Yeah, I mean, Chemical Rage looks cool and all, but it's kind of unreliable as well. Could get entangled. Could just, you know, not be in position. I like the Heal Spray.
Okay, Mountain Giant is out, Hardened Skin coming, and level 3 Alchemist for LawLiet, who's creeping the second big red spot. Pendant of Mana. Yep, that's a good item for an Alchemist who goes Acid Bomb and Chemical and Heal Spray. Or for Keeper of the... Oh, 580.
No expansions yet here this game. So we might be moving into that phase fairly soon as both players are approaching 50 supply. Once again, here come the glaives.
I think they're a
Looking
little
like a
too
kind
late.
of a weird army though, right? We have a couple of hunts, a couple of mercs, a couple of glaives.
I think the glaives are too late already as the Mountain Giants get their Hardened Skin now.
A player's
Shouldn't you be able
forces are under
to
attack.
push before Hardened Skin? With glaive throwers? That should be the timing, right? Not allow him to get the tier 3 upgrades.
Yeah, if you exactly want to fashion a timing around that, yes. But I mean, he went into glaives so late to begin with, right? He went into more hunts. He had a lot of mercs as well at one point. He had like 3 Shadow Priests and 1 or 2 Berserkers. Oh, but this could be a nice intercept now, because there's no TP on LawLiet's side.
Expansion by both players, by the way. One in the bottom right, LawLiet's in the bottom left. Still no level 4 Keeper. Getting rid of that Shadow Priest really easy, though.
And against the Treants, the glaives are certainly very nice. Ooh, we didn't mention it. He has the flute, right, for the glaives.
Yep, +7. And the first upgrade already. Not going for the second one, though. Stays at 50. Could go for it soon. Has no lumber at the moment.
Only 2 MGs so far. This is not looking like the sturdiest army. Needs like 2 more of those. But then it's going to be an upkeep.
So many treants.
A
A
player's
few of them will
forces are
expire
under
soon.
attack.
It should be fine. 4.5 on the keeper and 685 mana. That's so much. That's just so much. Okay, Neutron is waiting for the second attack upgrade, and then it should be time to go.
Rock Golem here. Gonna... What's that? Can't see it. Both the last boots. That's some money for the shop. Oh, very nice timing here against the expansion. He's looking for the red creep camp to take, but sees, hey, guess what? I guess perhaps I'm going to kill this Tree of Life.
Will he TP to this spot? He does have one. Spell shield, by the way, on cooldown.
I think he's going to TP, right?
So either Neutron kills it or gets the town portal off of LawLiet. There's another expansion coming up in the upper right. And one Wisp ready in the lower, the 2 o'clock position, I guess. Town portal. Too early. Expo stands. Or is it?
Oh my god.
Miscalculated. I mean, not really miscalculated. There's such a big gap between min and max damage that it could have been just unlucky for him to not getting that. But yeah, the town portal felt a little early. That's
So close. I think there was 1 or max 2 glaive hits away from dying.
yeah.
Ooh. Glaives plus 8 damage. They have an average of like 80 now.
Yep. But you need to keep them alive, and that was a problem in map number 1. Linehorn of Stormwind will help with that for a little bit. But LawLiet is outmooning him here. Second expansion, third expansion. And most likely one of them will come up. Neutron has one himself. Fully saturated in a bit.
Check out in LawLiet's main. One of the lores eating a bit of a hole into the
Player's
forest.
forces are under attack.
Now, if this was any other Night Elf, I wouldn't say this, but it's LawLiet. Is this for Chimroosts?
I thought the same. We don't need the Engines of Wind anymore for them. And he kind of likes to build them in a sneaky position, so... Possible.
Chimps would completely demolish this army.
Yeah. That's
They
not
wouldn't even
a
be funny.
question.
Would be kind of funny, I guess.
Again, the Vamp Aura also for LawLiet.
1, 2, Chimroost, let's go.
Here we go. Yep, there's 2, 3, 4 units that can attack air. 2 mercs and 2 heroes.
A player's
That's it.
forces are under attack.
And Chimeras, pretty tanky. That won't work. So, even, like, what can Neutron do at this point? He has to attack at 4 spots at the same time.
And that's the problem with these glaives, they're just so slow. Once they get to the expansion, yes, they can take it out quickly, but it also makes the unit, the army movement so weird because Hunts and Keeper are fast,
Player's forces
but the
are under
glaives are
attack.
trailing behind so much, so he's like, it looks like he's wasting a lot of time out on the map.
A town
Oh, he
is under
scouts
siege.
it though, really nicely done, with one of the treants in the main, sees the double Chimroost, and now
Sees
he's
the-
actually gonna have some time to prepare.
Sees the expansion as well, but what can he do? Mass archers, I think, is the only thing that he can do in time. Attack on the first expansion. He scouted the second one as well. This one is down. No TP by LawLiet. Second one is up though as
Player's
well.
forces are under attack.
Thank you, Napster, for the 29-month resubs. Hey guys, I love watching Back to W on Sundays. Well, you should start watching on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday as well then. But thanks for the contribution.
So is Neutron gonna come home here to defend his expansion? Couldn't he easily defend this? He has like so much stuff.
I think he just decided to kill this one as well. And builds another one in the bottom left. Yep, exactly.
Okay. Alright, we're in full expansion whack-a-mole territory. But LawLiet, yeah, he sided the first chip. And more mountain giants. This is how I played Night Elf when I was playing against computers back in 2004 because I didn't have internet. I was playing on Market Square. I was like, yeah, dude, let's build the big boys. And it's a pretty fun strat, I can tell you. So he's now moving into the main, though. Still not the most piercing damage here, to be honest. Building damage, excuse me. As he has too much piercing, but now he's TPing home, doesn't want to give up his main.
No. There's a Huntress harassing the expansion, by the way. Will take some time, but it's there. But this is all time for the Chimeras, man. There's still no solution to the Chimeras. Is he building winds? No. He's not building archers. He's not building winds. I don't know.
There it is. Finally, one wind in the main.
Yeah, one, but you need two. Otherwise, you don't have the time to build enough.
Well, maybe with if he threatens an attack in the main but doesn't commit, maybe he can, you know, keep him pinned here for long enough. We'll see.
Thank you to May, F4U, and Infected Shroom for the Prime subs.
Yeah, only one chim so far, so...
Mighty chim, though, with +8, thanks to the
It looks so amazing. I don't know if you guys saw this on the Warcraft 3 subreddit, but somewhere a chim picture was leaked, and that looks so badass. You saw it as well, right?
Yep.
That looks so sick.
Hunter's been scared away by this Dryad. Well done by LawLiet. Just shaves off one unit from his main army to defend this harass, as the second expansion is almost up as well. Neutron's Expo up too. Main gold mines, 1,600 remaining, then there's gonna be a free expansion.
I think LawLiet wants him to overcommit to anti-air, right? He only made the one chim, and he's not making any more.
Oh.
Just sitting on the one.
And it is double engine of wind now, with upgrades. So yeah, he is investing a lot into this.
One thing that, where Neutron has the macro edge here is the shredder. He's got so much lumber.
Yeah.
So much, in fact, that he's bringing the shredder to the fight now.
Yeah, more than 1k. That's fine. So, big fight in the middle or what? No hippos yet. Here's the first one. Second one might be coming in as well. Oh, it's gonna be a big fight. 200s are already dying against the acid bomb. Nice entangle on the Mauler as well. No connection from the hippos against the Chimera yet.
Not from the chim towards the glaives either, though.
Correct. One Invo Potion on the Alchemist, one Heal Scroll on the Keeper. Nothing on LawLiet except the Town Portal, and he has a Staff. 70 versus almost 80 supply. LawLiet with 3 mining gold mines, Neutron with 2. Clock is ticking against him, but the anti-air is there. Mountain Giants now with sticks in their hands. Here we go.
Alright, and yeah, the chim doesn't survive for too long. But how is he going to take out these MGs? Still seem to be... Oh, the Alchemist, though, in the front line, in a lot of trouble. Can he staff him out or something? He should be able to. Their staff doesn't come out in time because there's a new entangle. Massive mistake from LawLiet. Not staffing quickly enough. Losing a second here. That was a level 5 hero. He can rebuy him, but that's expensive. Keeper dropping lower as well. Has to be careful. Has to TP. Will survive. But that fight kind of goes to Neutron. He also lost quite a bit himself, to be fair.
But LawLiet had a 10-foot advantage going into this fight. Now they're equal, and he still has the siege units to knock down this Tree of Life, and then it's one base versus one base. Neutron expanding in the upper left again. Alchemist being bought back from the tavern. That was expensive. Of course, he can't afford it with an easy 1k gold bank. But how much longer, man? This Tree of Life is no life no more.
And now it's level 5 for this Alch as well. What's the experience looking like for the Keeper on LawLiet? Pretty good.
5-7.
Not too far away from the ultimate at all. It's gonna make a big difference. Also, heading into the next fight, Neutron will be very low mana. LawLiet is sitting much better as far as that's concerned. Once again, the Emerald Spell Shield triggers. He wasn't entangled right there. And more and more and more treants everywhere. And Neutron TPing out. I think that's a smart choice here. Doesn't have the health or the mana to go for another engagement.
And this Expo needs to defend that if he wants to. Or, yeah, at least he can defend that then without too many losses. He's not going into more hippos. That's something that broke Foggy's neck, not too, like, was it 2 days ago against LawLiet, where he completely overcommitted. Maybe it was against 1 today, I'm not too sure. This week was crazy. Had like 10 hippos against no air anymore. I think it was against 1-0, but I'm not sure. But Neutron is not following on that mistake.
Still feel like Neutron's under the gun though. He's got this big army, but kind of weird army. Lots of mercs, lots of early tier units. More mercs now, another mauler here coming in. Which seems to make sense on paper against MGs, but he really doesn't.
Treants are scouting the Tree of Eternity movement, so that tells us the main gold mines are down. And will he trade the Tree of Eternity against his Tree of Life here? Different decision time now for Neutron. Difficult, I mean. Town portal only now. He doesn't have the gold. Has to wait. Oh, there's no income at the moment. He has to repair here. Main gold mine is down. He doesn't get the 350 for the town portal, and that is a kill Tree of Life without attacking the Tree of Eternity in the meantime. That's a mistake by Neutron for sure. If he trades these buildings, totally fine. But LawLiet has a town portal.
Yeah. And that Tree of Eternity won't be so easily sniped as the Tree of Life from earlier. Much more health, obviously. So LawLiet should only have the time required to come back here to defend if he wants to. And he will. Not going for the all-out base race, but wants to just defend his main building. And this is 5 mountain giants in the front line. Good luck taking those out. Mass wisps everywhere for detonate. They've been brought at least, not used yet. Keeper dropping low for Neutron. He may have to TP out here pretty damn soon. Taunts going off everywhere. Both keepers are actually dropping low. And Tangle now onto LawLiet's keeper. He's dropping so low. Acid bomb something. He's 1 hit away from dying. But he actually survives. Jesus Christ.
Calculated, of course. 15 HP away. And 58 from the ultimate. Tranquility. Neutron is mining again. On 2 spots. LawLiet though. 2 gold mines up. 2 gold mines in the build. And where to attack now for Neutron?
And still, question remains how to deal with these MGs. It just doesn't seem possible at this point, if you ask me. Where is the keeper? Alright. Healed up at the from the Moonwells in the main. I like the anti-magic potion as well. Another advantage here for LawLiet. He has the Dispel for the Entangle with the help of the Dryads. Whereas Neutron, earlier he did with the Shadow Priest, but he doesn't have any of those anymore. So all Entangles will have to be suffered for full duration. Unless he brings Wisps, of course. Alright, in we go once again. I don't think a single MG has died this game, and it's not looking like it's gonna happen either. Ooh, the Dryads in the back though! They get splattered pretty quickly. Good dancing though by LawLiet, reacting quickly, only losing the 1, but now a level 6 for the Keeper. If he wants, he can pop Tranquility here in a moment. And there it is.
That's basically an invul potion for all the mountain giants as they get so much healing. Alchemist is quite low though. Is that a target? I can still be staffed out, so that's no problem at all. Neutron at 47. GG! Can't win the expansion game anymore against what LawLiet was throwing at him. So it's the 2-0 for LawLiet. 3 match points in a row, but we have seen this before by Neutron being down 2-0 against Lucifer and then boom, reverse sweep. But to be honest, he doesn't seem to have a solution against mountain giants at the moment.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I don't think you can go late game mountain giants with anything other than mountain giants or maybe mass bears. But you can't go this weird merc glaive huntress army. It's just not gonna work. Maybe you can look for sharp timing before he has those critical numbers of mountain giants. But yeah, don't drag it out so late, buddy.
Jean-Luca, 24, 21.89 €. Thank you so much for this donation. Much love for your work, he says. Much love for your support.
Thank you very much. You think that was a $24 donation in line with his name?
I think so.
I think so.
Or 25, I'm not too sure. But yeah, 24 sounds good. So, match points for LawLiet, who could get the rematch of the winner bracket then. And the rematch of the last Rust Brain Cup Grand Final as well. A revenge against his brother Focus.
It's crazy how incredibly sick Mountain Giants look in this matchup, right? Whereas earlier against Orc, it was like, meh. You know, kind of eh. But here they're really looking pretty damn powerful.
Last refuge is next. The map choice of Neutron.
Wasn't it before BlizzCon where we saw a game of Moon versus Foggy on TS? And we were like, hey, where'd all the Mountain Giants go? And instead they just crazy massed on Dryads, like with an Expo and Triple Lore and Keeper Solo, remember?
Yeah. That was quite rare.
I think that's the idea there, to just keep on pushing relentlessly before there's enough Mountain Giants. Like 4 MGs with the upgrade really seem unkillable.
I agree. You need to kill him before, somehow. Bears seem to look good in Chinese mirror matches, at least to a degree. But I don't have a solution either. Maybe a timing push by Neutron though, or something completely different. Last refuge is the map. It's 2-0 for the Korean.
Alright, let's take this one step at a time. So far, LawLiet seems to be in charge here. Yeah. Very one-sided affair, if you ask me, so far. He's just a step ahead in the meta at the moment. You mentioned it earlier when we started off this series. In China, it's all about the MGs and maybe a Dryad timing against the MGs, whereas in Europe, Mountain Giants are largely ignored, not only in this matchup, but in pretty much every matchup. And Neutron fares well in the matchups against Undead and especially against Human, but here in the mirror against one of the masters of the mirror worldwide. Yeah, being shown his limits so far. But you said it as well, that he was able to reverse sweep Lucifer earlier only, falling behind 0-2. Could he do that again? That would be a great sign of like strength and willpower. It's going to be the Keeper again against the Demon Hunter on the other side by LawLiet.
Kind of expected at least one Demon Hunter in this series by LawLiet, either on Amazonia or here. Let's see how he fares with that. By the way, could you do the public a favor and search that Chimera picture and share it? They are going crazy for it. And since we don't allow links, because there were some scammers stealing your data with links in Twitch chats, we disabled that. So Remo is going to do you a favor.
I'm going to use the Reddit search function, which is always so good. So let's see.
Alright. So, creeping starts. Demon Hunter popping out soon. Both start with a little green camp here. Fairly normal stuff. So, Demon Hunter can, of course, mana burn. I think no one did forget about that in the meantime. Since 1.30. Huntress Hall by Neutron once again. And I think LawLiet skips the Huntress Hall once more. So, it looks like the standard play on both sides. I mean, what is standard play? What they have shown before in this series.
The player's forces are under attack.
So Demon Hunter comes in with mana burn, does a good job so far. There is no entangle, no treants anymore, but Neutron used a bunch of mana as well with 4 treants, but nice detonate. So Demon Hunter is below 50%, that's fine though, I guess. For the Keeper, it's a lot harder because he has to replenish his mana as well. Coming in for the block is a Wisp. That was sweet. Good save. But that will cost some Moon Juice as well. And the Wisp detonated. Oh, actually gets the kill, close to level 2 here. But now he has to evacuate. But it's a good trade for LawLiet in terms of Moon Juice.
Alright, so I'm back now. The people have been satisfied, hopefully. The Chimeras posted in chat again. Looking pretty damn dope. So, how is this game looking? No tech so far from Neutron. And the Demon now getting a big mercenary camp. Usually something that you can hardly afford to do against the Keeper of the Grove early. Taking a risk, because when you get punished, it can just be so deadly. But I guess you have Wisps early on as the Night Elf, maybe that the spell could save you. And now, as he's not getting punished, as he has the time to creep here, it's going to be a big item for him. Lots of experience, getting closer to level 3. And that is when this Demon Hunter really starts to shine against the Keeper of the Grove counterpart.
You know what helps him shine? This very item. Boots of Quathalas, plus 8 agility already. Good attack speed, good damage, good armor. Everything that a Demon Hunter needs provided in just one item. And Mercenaries as well, helps him survive. Hunter's Hall is coming right in time for the tier 2. So, Neutron. No double Engine of War this time, or am I missing something? I think it's just a single one. But he's staying at tier 1.
Yeah, and he's expanding here, and this is where his resources are growing. Are you even going to play a second hero with this demon, by the way, or is this demon solo?
I think it's Demon Alchemist. The right clicks are insane!
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I can see that. Okay, Demon healing up here once again. And it's still pretty early on into nighttime, so he's still going to have a lot of healing coming out after this. So if he goes for an Alchemist when it pops out, it's going to be hard for Neutron to hold on to this expansion, I think. If LawLiet scouts for it, which he should do.
Pretty sure he does. Is tier 2 ready? Oh, in a little bit. This Demon Hunter is scary already. The Keeper is out of mana. He's trying to aim for that surround, though. I think he can just fight out. This acid bomb is gonna be huge!
Oh my god, these right clicks. Oh, Jesus Christ.
And that's even without acid bomb. Here we come. Nice Shadow Melt, though, by Neutron to save it for a little. So this Demon Hunter has to get away. Actually, salvaging this solution quite nicely. I expected this to be worse, but now... Oh! Good damage on the Keeper and forces the TP. Okay, that is how I expected this, actually. The Engine of War is not finished. The Tree of Life is not finished. He's skipping the production building and goes for the expo right away.
LawLiet is on point here today. Oh my god. Even in terms of supply now, but that's not the way you want to have it when you're stuck on tier 1 with the worst hero matchup. Yeah. At least he's gonna force the TP. Maybe this is gonna open up some hero kill possibilities. I kind of feel like this is what he has to hope for now.
Against a level 3 Demon Hunter with evasion and plus 8 agility, I don't know.
Maybe if you surround him with like 9 hunts, maybe you can kill him. Tier 3 once again, the play here by LawLiet. Again, one lore into tier 3, followed up by the second. Wisp sees this creep camp being attempted. Is this gonna scare LawLiet here? Is he gonna fear a creep jag? Yes, he is, and rightfully so, because here comes Neutron, and he's gonna get that Berserker. Not too easily though. This was a dispel from the Wisp. Nice Huntress movement, keeps that one safe, and of course there's no lockdown here for LawLiet. There's plenty of damage, but no control. So that was a nice little ambush right there.
I agree, but tier 3 is coming, and you know what's coming with it. Mountain Giants, Dryads already on the way. He has to make his Huntress superiority work. He's trying to expand again at 50%, but it's only tier 1. It's not even upgraded hunts. Like, Demon Hunter, Alchemist, Dryads are gonna have so much fun with Neutron's army.
But maybe, if this expansion runs long enough, maybe he can make this work.
Well, let's get it started first, before we hope for that.
Gonna start entangling here soon. Even without an Ancient of War here, this killer demon can fight fairly well. Finds a scroll, sells it immediately though. Unreliable against Wisps. You can use that money, of course. Involves gonna be very valuable as well. This demon's almost... not almost, but he's getting closer to level 4. And then he becomes a super tank.
A player's forces are under attack.
I imagine like a tank with a Superman cape right now. It's looking quite cool. Closet attack +6 on the keeper as well with the ruined braces. Doesn't help him too much. Will be sold. Still tier 1, man. But LawLiet is taking his sweet time. Book of the Dead. Helps with creeping. Ooh. Maybe for the rat spot, but I don't think he can go for that. Dude, did you just get a little heart attack?
Kind of.
Sweet. It's so cool that after 10 or 9 years of Warcraft casting, we still have those moments. This just speaks volumes for this game.
It's like all these Night Elves, man, always staffing on 10 HP. And sometimes they get punished and the stuff dies in the main, but not here, fortunately. So, first 2 Mountain Giants on their way. Pretty sure the upgrades aren't researched yet. And to be honest, this Neutron army is pretty big. And now, it's starting to mine as well at the expansion. But the LawLiet's getting a lot of creeping done. With his Ogre Lord, this will be level 4 and 3 level ups.
There's not greater mana. Maybe with Treant's attacks he can do something. And he actually is creeping the rat spot. Did he sell the Book of the Dead? Yes, he did.
Giant's dropping pretty low here against the creeps. Oh, he's gonna lose one.
Oh, it could be a big creep jack. Hood of Cunning. More agility for the Demon Hunter, who's then at +12.
A player's forces are
Oh, he gets a Mountain Giant. And he doesn't have the upgrades yet, but there's a Wisp here and the Zeppelin. Oh, the Zeppelin is so nice. But then again, there's quite a bit of piercing damage here.
Upgrades are kicking in a bit. Nice timing for Neutron here, but nice Wisp detonates again.
Dude, seriously, Neutron is making a nice couple of plays here.
He's trying to save
Zeppelin,
it.
No. Saves it just barely.
Crash it. No, not even. It's just burn, no crash.
a player's forces are under attack.
Not yet. The amount of staffing home, he's gonna have the money for the orb before the shop dies. He certainly does. Dropping lower though. He bought a health potion as well. And it's gonna save most of his stuff in the main. Save that 1 Mountain Giant. That was the most important thing, I guess.
Saved the MG, saved the shop, killed the Berserker. That was quite a cool play here by LawLiet. 43 supply, but yeah, the expansion is up and running. Moonglave's upgrade now, but he is fighting now against the almighty Mountain Giants with the skin upgrade. And only now Neutron going into Glaive Throwers.
A player's forces are under attack.
And still, LawLiet here, patiently waiting. Yes, the Expo is running, but he's also creeping more. He's also getting more Mountain Giants. As a third one is just being started right now. And more stats for the demon.
Yeah, the Hood of Cunning is still on the Alchemist. For a little bit of it, intelligence, I guess. Values that more than the pure damage.
Yeah. I think you should sell it though, it's so much gold. It's 250. Oh, that's... I didn't see that before. The taunt being used against the Ogre so he doesn't walk back.
Yep. Oh, battle drops. Oh yeah, baby. Even more damage on this DH, climbing up to level 4.5. And Neutron is going for another attack. With 1 Glaive Thrower.
A player's forces are under attack.
Could find another MG.
No TP this time. Alchemist at the shop. What's he gonna get? A TP, I guess, to get home here in time to save at least most of his stuff. The Hunter's Hall falls. I don't know if that disables the MGs. It might. We have 50 supply anyways, so didn't want to make any more anytime soon, I guess. But more time being bought by Neutron, coming at the cost of only 1 Huntress. Oh, that's level 5 already?
Yep.
Okay. Didn't think this was gonna be so fast.
The Alchemist for Neutron just out now. He's close to level 5 Keeper as well, but... It's only 1 Glaive Thrower still. Where is the damage?
And here comes
This
the
time
burns.
though, LawLiet can summon the Treants into the backline, but if you leave your Glaive Thrower behind, then the Demon Hunter is of course very happy to cut some holes into this Glaive Thrower.
Yeah, Neutron's getting far ahead in supply. But his army's like hard countered by this.
Level 4 Alchemist. Level 2 healing with that.
Are under attack.
Still tier 2. Upgrades are 1-0 despite the expansion. 70 supply for Neutron. I think he's gearing up for an 80 supply push, and then if that fails, I have no idea what to do.
The MG's just picked up the sticks though. That means buildings could be in trouble here. And that's exactly where he's heading, towards the south. Is there a TP on Neutron's side? He's next to the shop and he already has one anyways. He's gonna have to TP back, otherwise he's gonna lose a mining base here pretty quickly. 20 supply ahead is the Russian, but that might not be good enough.
Town portal immediately. Mass repair immediately. He has to uproot, does so. But is it again too late? I do think so. It's not much damage anymore. Glaive throwers are kicking in real hard, but it's not enough. He's trying to go for the Alchemist here, but the Zeppelin is there to save him. And with that, it's a killed expansion again, just like in game 1. Sound portal out by the Alchemist, saving him there as well. And this did not work. Yeah,
The Zeppelin almost died above the trees, dude.
That was really close.
That's the one way you're gonna lose those MGs. Oh my god.
And it's again the same situation as it was on AZ. Just go north and hope.
I mean, he still has income at least from one base here this time. He could expand down here again. But I don't know. Like, how do you actually win this game?
Are under attack.
More Mountain Giants. Gonna be Mountain Giant 4 and 5 for the Korean. That is 8,000 HP.
Yep. Even walking in right away with the anti-magic, there should be a Shadow Priest here to dispel this, but it seems like he doesn't have one. Even dropping kind of low actually, but the Zeppelin as well being used so well. With LawLiet and the Zeppelin dances.
Who the Alchemist is popping so hard. Ah, I think he misclicked. Oh no, there was no mana on the Alchemist, so he didn't. Heal spray on both LawLiet's heroes. Taunt being used to distract there. Keeper versus Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter stays into the Zeppelin. Calls for the GG. There is no solution against Mountain Giants. In all 3 games, Neutron taps out. Neutron is eliminated, but Neutron gets the bronze medal in Rust Brain Cup, and I don't think too many people expected that. Wins over Foggy. Wins over Lucifer. That is quite an accomplishment.
Yep, absolutely. It's the first Rust Brain Cup. Did he play in the last one?
I think not. I have it open here. No, he didn't.
Yeah, so that's pretty good, right? First showing here in this tournament. 3rd place. Quite a bit of prize money to grab up as well. And putting himself on the map here once more.
Indeed. We have our grand final, and it's a rematch of the last grand final. Focus versus LawLiet for $1,300 and the title of being the most successful Rust Brain Cup player ever. Both players have 2 titles already to their chest. Who's gonna claim the 3rd one? Will it be Focus back-to-back, LawLiet back-to-back, or is Focus reclaiming the Rust Brain throne? We will be back in 5 minutes with the grand best of 7 finale of Rust Brain Cup number 8. See you in a bit.